Something's not right. Okay.
We are
We are going to talk about one of the stories that I was going to get to originally in the beginning of the day. We're going to talk about Takeoff, one of the three Migos, rapper Takeoff, who's 28 years old, who was shot in what it seems like an altercation that was an otherwise accident as well, but shot and killed last night in Houston. Rest in peace to Takeoff. He was 28 years old. I mean, insane, incredibly young. Yeah, there's a lot of opinions that I have on this issue. But let's continue. Let's hear what their details are. I have some friends in the area. I have some friends from that area that I've talked to as well about the situation.
Following more breaking news in Texas, where a member of the popular rap group Migos has been shot and killed.
Police say 28-year-old rapper named Takeoff died in the shooting at a bowling alley early this morning. CBS 2's Zania Maldonado joins us live from the newsroom with the very latest on the investigation. Here's Zania.
Chris and Mary, this is a devastating loss to the hip-hop community and fans of the Grammy-nominated rap trio Migos. Now, Takeoff was found dead after investigators say shots rang out during an after-party overnight. Atlanta-based rapper Takeoff, real name Kershnik Kari Ball, has died, according to police, after he was shot at a bowling alley in Houston.
We were informed that there was a private party being held at the event last night that ended at approximately 1 a.m., but the party carried over till about 2 a.m. till they were cleared out. That's when the shooting occurred.
Takeoff is a member of acclaimed hip-hop trio Migos, alongside rappers Quavo, his uncle, and Offset, his cousin, also the husband of popular rapper Cardi B. Police say following a private party, Takeoff was shot at A10 Billiards and Bowling, where he and Quavo were playing dice around 2:30 a.m. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Quavo was unharmed. Two others were also shot and taken to a nearby hospital.
We are still in the process in the early stages of this investigation, trying to gather all the information we can.
Members of the hip-hop community waking up to the news Tuesday morning left in shock.
I'm having a difficult time rapping.
Don't hang with the wrong crowd. Bro, what do you fucking mean? Okay, there's a couple different systemic problems at play here. Obviously, the story is first-hand accounts so far show that there was a dice game people were playing. There was a dice game that was happening. The Migos side, which is of course protected by first and foremost, Takeoff himself was not actually involved in anything. Like he was not doing anything. He got killed. He got shot and killed on accident. But yes, they have mob protection, of course, wherever they go. Usually, especially if they're in Houston or somewhere else, they're gonna have people that are protecting them. There's a lot of misinformation that's flying around about this too. Ultimately, some altercation happened. I think TMZ has the full video as well. That just came out. But regardless, my main takeaway from this is that like people have too many fucking guns. It's just like, yeah, sure, knife crime is a real thing, but accidental discharges or immediately rushing to like pull out your gun and shoot at someone is going to increase the likelihood that more people are going to die. That's why there are higher rates of suicide in places where they have easily available, easily accessible guns. Now, I said something along those lines, okay, on Twitter, which was a big mistake, of course, because immediately people were like, nah, dude, you're fucking stupid. He died not because of guns. Oh, make this politics. Make this about politics. He didn't die because of guns. He died because he's black. Like, straight up. Most of the fucking people that were criticizing me for saying on Twitter basically were like, nah, he's a rapper and he's black and that's why he fucking died. Okay? And this is not exclusive to like white people. At least there were plenty of people presenting themselves as black. They might have been white that also were that had similar takes pretty much. Okay? You have motherfuckers who were saying he's George Soros connected. I said the Takeoff story is so sad. He was 28, shot during a dice game in Houston. Everyone got a fucking gun in this country. Holy shit. But ultimately, even if they didn't have guns in that circumstance, if they had knives, for example, the random accidental misfiring with a knife is still going to resort to way less casualties. Okay. Hey, stop sending me the blackface video. We're gonna watch it eventually. Okay, inevitably. This guy said typical trying to farm impressions off a young man's death. Then people literally called him out for retweeting FaZe Clan's RIP Takeoff take, which he then unretweeted. I saw. Again, it's just like these are things that pop off so easy. Like he literally had retweeted FaZe Clan's fucking tweet saying RIP Takeoff. It's just like people are joining to on the impression pile as best as they can. Text messages from someone who was there allegedly. Yeah, I don't know how. Like, I mean, I don't know. I saw this. I saw this going around a lot. It also is. I don't know if there's been new accounts that maybe say that this is not what happened, but this new video shows the initial argument open. Wait, hold on. No, don't time him out. I'm not going to watch it on stream, but I do want to see it. Takeoff murder Quavo in heated argument before fatal shots. New video from the shooting. It's a TOS link. Oh, okay. There's TOS in there. Oh, yeah. There's the graphic video of him. I saw unfortunately, the graphic video of him being carried away. Jesus Christ. The fucking TMZ logo is so fucking loud. Hold on. Video pauses the show where Takeoff is and where Quavo is, and the altercation itself is like super fucking. I mean, it's light. It's not like. So basically what happens is there's a single crack of gunfire, and when everyone starts running, a flurry of shots are firing through the crowd. You can hear more than 10 shots in total, and it sounds like they came from at least 2 different weapons. Okay? Ultimately, we don't know who shot the first, who fired the first gun. Some people are saying that it was someone on Quavo and Takeoff side that fired the first shot. But again, information right now is always going to be muddy. It's always going to be cloudy. Is there a chance it was targeted? And the main takeaway is that it could have. No, I don't think it was targeted. The main takeaway is that it was a heated accident, like a heated moment that turned violent and turned deadly because of the presence of guns specifically. And when I mentioned that, immediately people thought I was making a fucking gun control argument or some shit. Okay, or immediately you're like turning this political, and the counter to that turned into, well, they were definitely illegal guns. They were definitely illegal guns. First of all, you don't even know that. Even though it could be true, you don't know that. You just ran with that immediately. And that still doesn't change what I'm saying. When I say we have too many fucking guns on the streets, it's still a consequence of, once again, legal guns being widely and easily accessible. Okay? That's it. You can have racist assumptions in this circumstance, and you can maybe not say them. That would be nicer if you didn't. But like ultimately, the main problem here is that there are way too many fucking guns, and people can easily access them. Because illegal guns, even if they are illegal, were legal at a certain point. They were manufactured, they were mass produced, they were sold to someone who either lost it, got robbed, sold it to someone else, who sold it to someone else through straw purchases. You know, that's how that works. All guns originally are legal when they're first made. It's all the fucking counters to it is it's either, oh, the guns were illegal, don't hang with the wrong crowd, rap music bad and glorifies it, don't turn this into politics. It's fucking nuts. All matter of existence in any country is political inherently, but it's extra political if you're also a black person, okay? But it's already political regardless. Everyone's existence is political. Point is, if people didn't have access to guns as easily and they were using knives, the likelihood of someone being accidentally murdered by a knife is significantly lower than the likelihood of someone being accidentally murdered by a gun, okay? That's it.
My brain around someone so young and talented being murdered at 28. So, you know, my heart goes out to his family and his fans as well, because, I mean, people across the whole world and internet space are in mourning right now.
The group, formed back in 2008, is known for mainstream hits such as Versace and Bad and Bougie, which hit #1 on the Billboard charts in 2016. Last month, Takeoff and Quavo released a new project as a duo, Unk and Few, and they released their latest music video, Messy, just yesterday.
Migos and Takeoff are Platinum Plus selling rappers, Platinum Plus selling artists, Grammy nominated, and their footprint in pop culture is all over the place.
Now, Houston police say security guards who were in the area heard shots ringing but did not see anything. No word on what led up to the shooting, and so far, no arrests have been made. In the newsroom, Zania Maldonado, CBS 2 News.
Never heard of them. Rap is not music. Thanks, brother. Thanks for your feedback. Anyway, when you have a gun, altercations that could otherwise be de-escalated or could be dealt with in other ways turn into violent altercations that sometimes or oftentimes turn murderous. Okay, that's it. That's the point. That's it. And it is fucking insane. What is this? 385 Slim said, every time a rapper dies, there's always some instructions being given to black men when the truth of the matter is people would really like to just be able to exist in whatever capacity. Like Dolph was buying cookies. What are we talking about, man? Yeah. Like they didn't shoot him over dice specifically. It was because Quavo couldn't control his emotions and was going off because he was losing money. Takeoff was just chilling and got caught in the crossfire by their own security guards. Yeah, that's the main. That is what the people are saying. That's what everyone is saying is what happened. It's so fucking sad, dude. It's so incredibly sad. Everyone that was there, everyone that claims they were there, were saying that Takeoff was just simply a fucking bystander. And yeah, even if the starting point there is Takeoff's own uncle getting heated, okay? Even if that's him getting heated that started the altercation, okay? It's still not, like, it should never. People get heated during dice games. People get heated. I get heated during fucking Valorant, okay? People get heated all the time. It's the presence of guns that turn it into a deadly situation, okay? That's it. And this is the thing that I've seen that everyone is posting, basically. So Quavo was shooting dice, and he was getting his pockets broke off so bad. Dude had an attitude. He tried getting aggressive with the wrong mob, and dude got on his ass. Then somebody they were with jumped up, and that's when everybody bunched up, and shots started ringing. But they were coming from somebody Migos was with, but he was shooting wild and hit Takeoff on accident. And then they started shooting back, and I think ultimately he got hit again, but ultimately he was dropped after the first bullet. Quavo was plexed up over some small shit. It really wasn't worth it. Takeoff was the coolest, quietest in the room the whole time. Chilling the cut. He didn't even know what was going on when he just jumped up and got shot out of nowhere. Houston, for sure, about to be a no-fly zone because mob's supposed to be protecting these artists. This was moments before. And for the record, for people who don't understand, like people who are like, oh, it happened because they're black. Or, oh, it happened because they're rappers. Oh, it happens because they're gangsters and they're hanging out with gangsters. You fucking stupid. Do you not live in the United States of America? Why is a school shooting happening? Are they also black and gangsters? Do you not feel like shootouts don't often happen in white-only spaces off of altercations? The fuck are you talking about? It happens all the time. It's an American issue. As a matter of fact, it's an America-specific issue. That's why I got so fucking mad at people literally being like, nah, dog, don't say this is the guns. You're out of your element here. It's actually because they're black. And obviously no one directly said it except for like super racist people. Shouts out to Elon Musk for that one, by the way. Twitter is popping off extra hard with, unfettered, unshackled racism as of late. But like we live in a country where 10-year-olds are doing active shooter drills as school. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is not because of black people existing, okay? It's nuts to think that this is a black-only issue because a black person was a victim in this circumstance, okay? You might want to avoid the problem and cry about all this other shit. I don't know. I mean, look at these QRTs, bro. I agree. Guns should stay out of the hands of queers like you. I don't want to hear a single word come out of your mouth ever. He tweeted from his McMansion, a gated community likely defended by armed security guards. Just straight N-word. All the fucking audacity of this F-word, bro. OMG, yeah, sure. Do the gun problem taken. Not the blacks constantly killing each other over absolutely trivial shit. It's sad. I like Takeoff, but the people he surrounded himself with and culture he'd partake in set himself up for death. Playboy Darty, 29. White supremacists love listening to fucking rap music, but despise black people. It's crazy. Just say you're racist. What do you mean? They are saying they're racist, man. What are you talking about? It's great. I'm extremely anti-gun, but bro, shut your corny ass up. Holy shit. Turkish Iraqi furry. That's cool. Yes, I'm sure the 1,000 gang members in Houston will follow gun laws, Lamau. Rappers getting shot is not new. Rappers getting shot by illegal guns is the norm. Might be the most head-ass post I've seen today, and I shouldn't even entertain it, but I'll bet my left nut it wasn't an illegal firearm, says Dr. Grimm and Mr. Contra at Sincerely Adolf, emotional support black guy. Just a friendly dice game. Did Elon Musk make a comment on Takeoff? No, I was just making a joke about how Elon Musk was like, oh man, we're going to have a lot of discourse on Twitter. This is the discourse on Twitter always, okay? We're acting like fucking white people aren't doing school shootings on the regular. Like, it's so crazy. Anytime a black dude dies with a gun, it's like, oh, the gun must have been illegal. He must have had it coming. He must have deserved it for hanging out with fucking other black dudes with guns that are bad guys. It's just so fucking stupid. Black people are still American. You know what I mean? Like, black Americans are still American. They're still living in America. They're in fucking Houston. You know, there's no different. There's literally no difference between this shit happening in the aftermath of a dice game gone wrong versus some white fucking Kyle named motherfucker beating the shit out of his wife, and then his son, also named Kyler, grabbing the gun and fucking shooting him in the head. Okay? That happens every goddamn week. Just because it's not making the fucking news doesn't mean it's not happening every goddamn week. Ah, yes, it's the gun at fault here. Dude, anyone that says that this is something entirely separate than just like ease of accessibility to guns is just straight up trying to desperately. And it doesn't matter if they're black, white, does not matter what their background is. Anyone that fucking looks at a story like this and goes, no, actually, it's literally several different components to this story, which of course there are multiple different components, but like the main factor is the gun. Okay. Anyone who doesn't see that is just basically desperately trying to, again, black, white, doesn't matter, make it seem like it's just because they're black. The people are black, so it's different. I like your takes because you are nonpartisan, but lately you are being political and it's kind of weird. Okay, shut the fuck up, K-Comrade Chills. You're not, damn, bro, you're getting owned by losers. Yeah, I'm getting so owned. Fucking idiot. Good one, dude. Are you happy? You got banned. Are you happy? Oh, yes, it's the gun at fault here. Literally nobody said that. Oh, right, he casually drops everyone in this country has a gun because it's totally not related to the point. The problem is the fact that guns are so easily accessible to Americans. Why are you acting dumb? Oh, and knives aren't? How about cars? Got statistics on how often mass murders are done with a vehicle? Crazy how accessible all these things are, too. Yeah, dude, I'm going to ride my gun to work. You know what I mean? I'm going to ride my gun to work to do some commerce with my gun. A gun has one purpose. It's to kill. A car has infinitely more purpose than a gun. And also, yes, in order to improve the safety of every American citizen, we should literally make sure that getting a gun is as difficult as getting a car and driving it. You would solve at least some of the problem, for sure. As far as knives go, by the way, a knife is not easier to defend against than a gun. Okay, why the fuck isn't the American military using knives in Iraq? Why aren't they using knives in Afghanistan then? It's so crazy. Someone should alert the Pentagon right now. The Defense Department is fucking up because knives are clearly way scarier and way more efficient at murdering people than guns are. And if for some weird reason we haven't figured that out. It's crazy that they knew that though in like the 16th century. That's why they were using knives, I guess. And then for some weird reason, we just switched over to guns. How dumb. How stupid. How silly of me. Also, people going, that's illegal. That's illegal, bro. It's the state of Texas. The only reason why you would consider a handgun that someone had on them to be illegal is if you just assume that they're a felon. And even then, I don't even know. Is that such a dumb conversation? All right, we're going to move on from this story. Anyway, I don't know. I just like, people make it seem like, rappers dying is exclusive to this industry, is exclusive to rap. And sure, there's like a lot of violence that occurs within, the drill community and in specific neighborhoods. But that's a larger consequence of the socioeconomic conditions that these people are coming out of, the neighborhoods that they're coming out of that are underfunded, underprivileged, routinely victims of white supremacist systems. Okay, there's a reason why that happens. But as far as like guns, as far as like weapons being used, a rich white boy can't rap. What? Like, as far as like this kind of violence happening, whether it be directly fucking violence happening in Chicago, south side of Chicago, violence happening in O Block, or whether it be violence happening in St. Louis. Okay, it's happening as a consequence, in the way that it's happening, is happening as a consequence of American culture revolving around fucking guns, ease and accessibility of weapons. That's it. Okay? Music is just a mirror, a reflection. A culture is a reflection of the real material conditions that these people exist under. Okay? Look at what Deion Sanders said to his team regarding Takeoff. You never play dice in an unfamiliar city with dudes you don't know. There are too many nothings to live for. Sensitive, cloud-chasing dudes out there. His people should have known better. Bro, it's insane that we're talking about it like it can happen. Like, that's not a normal thing. Just because it is a experience that has happened before doesn't mean that it's like a thing that should happen. You're just victim blaming at that point. Like, also, he might have just been shot by his own security. Remember that.
I'm just sick and tired of the consistency of people that are influential to you are leaving us consistently. That's our rappers. Takeoff was murdered in a dice game in Houston, where we're going. So that eliminates all y'all leaving that hotel, because it ain't happening until I give you further notice. So whatever her name is, whoever she is, parents, everybody, they're gonna come to the hotel to visit you because y'all ain't leaving. Sooner or later, we gotta start changing our addresses, guys. That's an analogy to saying, I know we this, but we ain't that. We gotta leave that behind that we once did. And that's what you guys are. Now you guys are Jackson State royalty. You ain't know, man. You're not whoever you were a year ago. You're not even who you're gonna be a year from now, which is a blessing. But you can't continuously do the things you've always done and expect to get the results. It's gonna have to be a change. All of us have gone through drastic changes. Have we, coaches? Have we, coaches? All of us are still evolving into what God has called us to be, and that's change. You cannot kick it with the same dudes you kicked it with. You cannot kick it with the multitude of women that you kick it with. You cannot associate in the same realms that you associate with. You're gonna have to change if you expect change.
TMZ released a video of the incident already. It shows it wasn't dice. Man, it wasn't happening during the dice game. It's an altercation that broke out after the dice game. That's what I'm saying. And it was happening at a bowling alley, outside of a bowling alley. Okay, I don't understand what's going on here. Ultimately, it doesn't matter though. Like, we shouldn't be living in a world where like altercations turn into fucking escalations of violence with weapons, okay? And so many dumb motherfuckers, like every Thursday when my friends and I get together to play Magic, we always end up going to the hospital because we just start shooting when our life total dips below 10. Yeah, no, dude. You just have incredible self-control that somehow these other people don't, right? No, you fucking idiot. Why are you acting like this doesn't happen in white spaces? We live in America, okay? This shit is so fucking mind-boggling to me. That like these pasty little nerds are like, oh, dude, no, it's happening because black people are doing it to each other. It's like, dude, are you unfamiliar with the country that we're in? It happens in white-only spaces too, brother, all the time. Because the main factor is poverty and weapons and ease of access to weapons. Ease of access to weapons being the number one reason. Because plenty of other countries have poverty too. Plenty of other countries have rappers. Plenty of other countries have, violence. Okay? But it's never to this degree and it's never this easy. Why? Because we have access to weapons. It's so easy to get a gun. In Texas, they practically beat you up if you don't have one on you. Anyway, there are multiple murders that happen at white hick bars because the fight's escalating. Of course. And then there's also multiple murders and multiple altercations that turn violent, conflict that turns violent all the time when you have guns. You have accidental discharges that kill people. How many fucking white kids killed their parents on accident? How do you think that happens? It's the gun, stupid. Listen, I'll make it simple for you, okay? I'll make it super simple for you. How many dumb motherfuckers do you meet every goddamn day? If you're in the service industry especially. How many dumb motherfuckers do you meet every goddamn day? The question is, do you want all of them to have weapons? Do you think they're going to be responsible? Because in America, a bunch of them do. Statistically speaking, there are more guns out here on the streets than there are people, okay? So think about that. It's unhinged.